The baby's the size of an avocado, and Mama's been craving avocados. Coincidence? Let me tell you about week 16. Pregnancy and potty training. That's what Mama's been up to this week. Fun times. No, it's actually going really well, fingers crossed. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on potty training, so stay tuned for that. But now let's dive into week 16 of this pregnancy. Now just a reminder, I'm doing a little bit differently. I'm gonna look each week at the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of this pregnancy. So let's start with the physical. I have to say I'm feeling great. Like I can literally go on full day excursions and I'm absolutely fine, and I'm super grateful for this. I've actually also started walking, which feels great just to move my body, get some exercise, because literally in the first trimester, I did not move unless I had to. Like seriously, like if I left my shoes upstairs, I'd be like, no, I've got to go all the way back upstairs. It was terrible. So I love that shift. I thought I could stop taking my digestive enzymes because I'm out of the first trimester. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. Let me just say, I need those digestive enzymes. They just really help. They take that edge off after a meal. Otherwise, I still get this like acidy feeling. I also love Hartrose 33, who is a viewer and a doula, suggested this digestive tonic. And what's in it is 2 tablespoons of raw honey, 2 tablespoons of raw apple cider vinegar, and you mix it in a 1/4 cup of water. Now I'll put the recipe down in the video description below, as well as my favorite honey and apple cider vinegar. And it's really important that you get a raw one for both of those, otherwise this tonic won't work. But what you do is you actually sip it while you're eating your meal, and it's supposed to really help increase our stomach acid production, which reduces that yucky feeling. So I'm going to check that out. Super big thanks to Hartrose 33 for that suggestion. In terms of weight gain, I've only gained 5 pounds, which I'm happy about. I'm not really planning, not dieting certainly, but that's just what's happened. I can still fit into my clothes, but it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. And the other day I thought I was getting a wicked case of heartburn, but it turns out my bras are getting too tight. And so as soon as I unlatched that baby, it like totally went away. So I got to whip out those bra extenders. Oh yes, one last thing in the physical, here's the belly shot. As you can see, I don't know, not a ton of growth. My belly is really white. I need to start getting some sun on this thing, but feeling good. Emotionally, I am feeling super grateful. Griffin and I are having such an awesome summer already. It's just, so great. He's at such a great age. We talk together. He's so intelligent and funny. I just love him to pieces. Now, I'm a little bit biased, but I just adore him. So what we do is every morning we head out early, we go to a park, and I try to pick one really far away so I get my walk in, get the fresh air, and Griffin, as soon as we get there, is just playing his heart out. He's in the sandbox, he's going down the slides, he's climbing equipment, he's running. So by the time we walk home and get back, we do a quick lunch, and he is exhausted. So I put him down for a nap, and he will sleep for like 3 hours, which is super juicy. You know what I'm talking about, especially if you're pregnant, because you just like want to just have some extra time. So I used to spend a lot of that time to nap, but now I can actually clean the house a little bit or do some work, do some mama natural stuff. I even had a babysitter come over last week, and I went out and got my toes done, which was such a treat. And I'm really feeling that, like kind of that desire for self-indulgence, a little self-care kind of stuff, which is good. And I think it's so important when we're pregnant, or just even not pregnant, just to always treat ourselves. And it doesn't have to cost money. I mean, we can read a really great novel, or just allow ourselves to watch a movie instead of doing the dishes, or stuff like that. I'm also feeling like a better wife. I'm actually doing my fair share of like kind of household duties. For example, when Mike comes home, I like to have a warm meal for all of us to sit down and enjoy together. I've been making some really tasty recipes. And, I have to be honest, in that first trimester, it was like every man for themselves. Like just pick up the scraps in the fridge, scrambled eggs, hard cheese on bread. That was like what we got. So that makes me happy. Spiritually, I'm just in awe of the process. I cannot believe that this little baby now is 4 months old, growing in my tummy. And in fact, in the next couple weeks, they like double their weight, which is super exciting, because I swear I read online, I'm like, this baby's only 2 ounces? Like what? So it's just exciting to see that they're gonna start getting bigger and bigger. They're developing their toenails right now. It's so cute. And I swear I've had moments where I feel a little flutter, like feel the movement, which makes sense because 16 weeks you can feel movement, which is such a gift. And the other thing that's been really sweet is that my friend had a baby just recently, and I've seen Griffin now. He's like so infatuated, this little baby, and he's so gentle with the baby, and he tickles the toes, and he's just really into it, which just gives me this glimpse of how Griffin will be as an older brother. And I feel like this baby is blessed. And as always, I just pray for this baby's happiness and health in utero. There you have it, week 16. Would love to hear from you. How are you feeling? What are you grateful for? Share it with me in the comments below, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for a really exciting announcement in kind of a fun way. So I hope you guys like it, and take care.